So the first time that I saw a vestibule was actually online, and it was thanks to Cosmo Weems. His videos were a big part of introducing me to the vestibule, to the teardrop world itself. I was very intrigued. I happened to also do research and go to some of the RV shows and look at other teardrops. But I'm a very short woman, and all of them were actually too high. And when I had the opportunity to actually see a vestibule in person, thankfully through the ambassador program, um, instantly it was the right one. It was the right fit. It was the right size. It was the right height. Everything was reachable. Everything was manageable by a small woman. So it was instantaneous love. I'm a traveler. I like to travel, and I wasn't happy sitting at home. I wanted a way to get out and explore and investigate things and meet people. So I started investigating ways that I could see the national parks across the country. I evaluated the vans, I evaluated teardrops. And for me, the way I explore is I'm going to plop myself down and then take off and go places. So the van meant you had to break down camp every time. And the teardrop, you could actually set yourself up, you could unhitch, you could go off and come back to a home base. And it really appealed to my way of traveling and my way of seeing the world and being able to experience things. During the COVID period, I was looking for ways to continue to have different experiences. And I really wanted to cross this country. I wanted to see this country. I'd been fortunate enough to live in different parts, but I'd never actually taken the time to explore. So last winter, I decided to plan the trip of a lifetime. And I mapped it all out. I'm a super planner, so of course I spreadsheeted it, and a lot of my friends would appreciate it. I'm spreadsheet girl. So I started off on the East Coast, and I went national park to national park, included historic sites, national monuments, and I made my way all the way across to Arizona, and then started up north and went through Utah, Colorado, up to South Dakota, and made my way back to the East Coast. And through all of that, I met some amazing people. I had some amazing adventures, got to see the most majestic landscapes that you see in pictures in National Geographic, but to be there in person and to take it in is just breathtaking. Yes, I do travel solo. It's a choice that I've made in my life. And when I decided to take this adventure and to go out with the vestibule, there were a number of things that I saw as risks as well as benefits. So some of the risks, obviously, most women can appreciate. It's the security issues, and it's also the fact that you are alone. And because if you're moving and you're not staying in one place for long periods of time, it's very hard to make connections. So that's the other challenge when you're traveling solo. The flip side of it, though, when the benefits are, you can make decisions on the fly. There's no one to negotiate with. You hear about something 1 hour before, you're off doing it the next hour. The amount of stuff you have to take with you is highly reduced. And there's a lot of flexibility in it. I think one of the things that I really appreciated was the fact that being in the vestibule, and because of the size of it, I actually had quite a bit of room. There are locks on the insides. The fact that you have all those windows gives you a bird's eye view of everything outside before you step out of the vestibule. So those types of things for a woman or someone traveling alone, even a man, are actually quite beneficial. So owning a vestibule has added a lot of freedom to my life. When I came back from my grand adventure across the country, I came home, I got back into my routine, and all I could think about was, when is the next time I'm coming out? And I was so excited to be coming to the Vestibule Rally this year because it gave me another opportunity. I really feel like the Vestibule creates simplicity. It takes your world down to a routine, very specific things, and focusing in on whether it's you, whether it's the world around you, or the things that really matter in life. The Vestibule community was incredibly supportive and welcoming. The first step was reaching out to the home office and speaking with Lily Taylor. They hooked me up with an ambassador not far from my home. The ambassador was so welcoming. We made arrangements for me to come, to look at it. They were incredibly generous with their time. They let me use their Subaru and drive the vestibule and taught me how to back up. And ironically, I was planning on placing an order for a new one. And I come to find out that they were going to be retiring, were going to be selling it. And literally a week later, it was in my driveway. Coming to the rally has been so wonderful. The owners group on Facebook is so giving in terms of information. And I recognize so many people I'd never met because of the Facebook page. It's just such a warm, open, and accepting group. And it's just made it all the better in owning a vestibule.